But why do women develop opposite sex friends? And it's not really saying that they have to be in a marriage. We're just looking at as to why they develop these relationships. I do have a clip that I'm gonna play for you guys, and it should give you a little bit. It's a two clips. I broke it up because I don't want to play the whole thing in one setting. So what I'll do is I'll play the first clip, and then we'll have a conversation about it, and then midway I'll go ahead and insert that other clip just for additional context. Okay, sound like a plan? Hit the like button, family. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Here we go.
The data that I've seen suggests that what we might be doing when we form opposite sex friends is basically recruiting kind of like backup mates. And so that basically the preferences that we espouse for our opposite sex friends look pretty similar to our preferences for mates. And so it suggests we might be cultivating, backup mates. And there are some data that people do this explicitly, and, they'll report being distressed if their backup mate forms a relationship. And so some people do this consciously. My guess is a lot of people might be doing it non-consciously, but still espousing similar preferences. It's possible also that maybe opposite sex friends might have served as protection, perhaps if your mate were really aggressive. So we might also be looking for those attributes.
Especially if you're patrilocal.
Okay, so that's the first clip right there. Why do women develop opposite sex friends? Did you guys find it interesting? What was your thoughts about it? I'm gonna go ahead and go to Real Precious first.
Why do I don't know. I'm funny with that. So I would say that women probably develop these opposite sex relationships. One, to have a male perspective. Two, I think she said something about protection. I think that women ultimately like security and protection. And it doesn't mean that, you have to be here to protect me. But I think that speaking to women all the time for women is not a good idea. And I'm just saying that because a lot of women won't lead you in the right direction. So I would say personally for me, it would be to get a different perspective, honestly. I don't believe in the gather all these male friends, because if, attention is going to come, and not all attention is good attention. And a lot of women crave that attention. And I don't think that, that type of attention is always the best attention. And some men don't have the right intention with you. So, why they do it, I don't know. But I would say for me, it would be to get a different perspective. It would just, primarily to just have a male's perspective on things.
And if that's the case, then why don't women go and consult their fathers, their older brothers, favorite older cousin, uncle? These are all men in your life, in your proximity, in that you're in community with, right? That have absolutely zero sexual interest in you and want nothing but the best for you. Why does it always take a complete outsider, who we tend to inflate the word friend in quotations, and bring them into our personal space to talk about issues that have absolutely nothing to do with them, but yet they have a bigger stake in a bigger saying in the interdevelopment of our personal relationships with other people? That right there is the question that always needs to be challenged. And I tend to find that women who do that is really more for validation and escaping really the accountability and the hardship that the men who care about them in their life are going to tell them. They're going to tell them the uncomfortable truth. They're going to tell them, like, hey, look, this is where you're falling short of, or hey, like, I've noticed these things, right? The other male friend, no, you're fine, girl. You're fine the way you are. Nah, he doesn't deserve you. All this other, sweet nothing conversations, they don't really are telling you the God honest truth that you need to know and hear in order to self-develop. They're going to tell you what to hear, and you're going to in turn always go to them whenever there is a conflict, whether it's a conflict within your family, your relationship, business, etc., as opposed to counseling with the people who are you are in community with, which is i.e. your family, that will give you the best insight, who have, again, zero sexual interest in you, but yet want the best outcome for you.
I got a question for you real quick. She says, what if those male figures are not present in her life? Then what?
I was going to say that, and I think the caveat to that too is that sometimes you don't want your family in your business. So sometimes you may go to, a friend, because I'm not going to say whether you lose them or not doesn't make a difference, because then that wouldn't be a friend. But I think is a difference between going to your family with something because they are going to have like your best interests at heart, and then you share something with them, and then you may move on from your relationship, but they may not have. And so then that may create a dynamic within that relationship. So sometimes the outside source may be a better option. That was just what popped into my head when I thought about that aspect. But the other question was, she said, what if you don't have a father to go to, or a male sibling to go to?
I think those men that you're talking about, Luis, they're not friends. Those are straight up F boys. Those are guys who want to literally get in your pants, and women need to know the difference.
But that I was
they need to know
thank you
the
for
difference.
saying that.
Yeah, they just need to know the difference. And if they don't have the father figure in their life, unfortunately, experience is going to slap them in the face, because most men, that are that don't have your best intention, that's what they want. That's what they're headed for. But like, I have a friend, and before he's about to tell me the truth, he'll go, "We friends, right?" He'll say that, "We friends, right?" Because and when he says that, I know that he's about to not care about, my little old feelings. He's not about to sugarcoat anything. He's not, you know what I mean? He's like, if we friends, I should be able to tell you this in honesty. So women need to, really differentiate who is a friend and who is a F boy. And not many men should be your friend.
One thing I want to add and say to respond to that question: what if she doesn't have any family members that she could go to, right? Because obviously that's a true reality for some people out there. Let's not act and pretend that there aren't professional life coaches out here, that there aren't actual professional people who move and operate in certain spaces that provide a service to give you the best insight, whether it's on relationships, business, a slew of things, right? There are resources out there, and there are people in positions. Again, it's about utilizing and leveraging it. The problem that sometimes women don't know how to differentiate the two, like Precious said, is that who's really there for you as a friend, and who's really there disguised with intentions of being a friend, but in reality they have a much deeper motive that it's not really apparent on the surface.
All right. Go ahead, Brother Hink. What are your thoughts?
I mean, this is a problem. Now, you say you don't go to your family, but you pour into a stranger who has, you don't know their intentions. Again, y'all gonna rely on this dude, gonna come through, tell you what you want to hear, like Louise said, and I'm setting you up. Cause I'm gonna get them yams. I know I am. It's only a matter of time. You gonna keep talking bad about this dude, and I'm hearing all this information. And guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put on the front. I'm gonna act just like all that shit you told me in the past. I'm gonna act like that's what I am until I get what I want, and then I'm done. And then I done moved on. Then I done ghosted you. And guess what? Now I got me a new relationship, and I no longer have no conversation with you anymore because I got respect for my lady. I'm not gonna have you calling me 10 o'clock at night. Oh, Johnny is he stayed out late, didn't come in about 3 in the morning. He smelled like perfume that I don't wear. I don't know where he got it from. Kill all that, man. You need to confide it to your husband, and your husband needs to confide in you. And if we can't work it out between us two, then we're gonna talk us counseling. Again, we're a circle. Nobody's coming in my goddamn circle interfering with this game plan. Your girlfriends are not, your mammy, your pappy, none of them motherfuckers. They not coming in there interfering with our game plan. They're not. Now, we're gonna go to couples counseling. And if you need individual counseling, then so be it. Get that. Talk to somebody, no problem. And for somebody who doesn't have any male males in their life, man, I mean, so you got a long line of family members. You ain't got nobody, grandfather. You don't have an uncle, no other male you can talk to or maybe get some advice. Talk to your pastor, ladies. I know y'all love y'all pastor to the point y'all want to sleep with him. Y'all are so infatuated with your pastor. Talk to him. Yeah. Facts, y'all. Talk to him. Have a conversation with him. Pray about it. Go to confession, whatever your religion is. Do what you need to do. But you keep bringing your friends in a situation. You may not like the results you're going to get. Once your friends get all enough information and see the vulnerability all over that man's face, she's going to sneak in there and try to do something with your man. You might not like the results. And again, you telling your parents and your family, yeah, they going to continue looking sideways. But you don't think your friends going to look at them sideways too? You don't think your friends going to hold some grudges?
Nope.
They are. Man, we look, man, we got to come together and have the conversation amongst us. Why is everybody involved in putting their hands in our relationship? That's not a good thing. And social media got it thinking like it is. It's not. Everybody should know how you move, how you operate, how you do whatever. They shouldn't. But unfortunately, a lot of ladies, y'all like you want them to know everything. They might as well come in your bedroom and stream and live stream that. Put that in. You might as well. You're doing everything goddamn else. I know that's right.
All right, Jay, a story to tell. What your thoughts, sir?
I mean, so I have an older sister, so I've watched like female friendships that she's had dwindled over stupidity or over somebody's man liking her, or I've seen 20-year friendships just end over nonsense. So as far as like why do women develop opposite sex friendships? Because I mean, a lot of women are fickle as hell, catty as hell, jealous, envious, so they may envy something you have if you're getting paid a certain amount of money, if you in a good, healthy relationship, and eventually that's brought to the forefront. So they start distancing themselves from women like that. Whereas men, once a man has realized, like, because I do believe that, men have intentions initially, a lot of people get slapped in the friend zone. But I do think even in the friend zone, there are some men that are mature enough to be a friend, and along with that friendship comes honesty. The stake is gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you've already communicated to me, I'm not getting these buns, so now I don't got to play the role no more. I become a good friend because there's nothing at stake anymore. I could be honest with you. So women will notice that, like, okay, he know that this is never going nowhere, so he's going to be completely honest with me, so, and that honesty is appreciated versus a female friend who will sit there, listen to all your stuff on the phone, listen to everything you're going through in your relationship. As soon as you get off that call, they'll pick up the phone and call somebody else, and tell all your business. And you know what I'm saying? Like, men ain't doing that. So they value what we do, logical explanations, realistic, like, yo, you got to get your shit together, like, or about another dude, like if I'm cool enough with you, if a female, if you've made it into my circle, I'm gonna be honest with you, yo. yo, homie's a bum. You know what I'm saying? Homie don't have no health insurance. He's 40 years old. He's 45 years old, yo. If he go out here and get hit by a car, it's a wrap, yo. That's $47,000. You know what I'm saying? If he get knocked out his shoes, that's a bill he can't pay. So women appreciate that out of men. So if they can have a friendship with a person like that, and the stakes of the sexual element are removed, they would much rather choose that over a woman. You know, when we're younger, you know, we look at male friends as a woman having a bunch of male friends. We looked at that as, you know, she's a jump off. There's something wrong there. You don't have no female friends, like something is up. But when you break it down and you look at a lot of these female friendships, man, like they're built on almost nothing. You know what I'm saying? They're built on convenience. They're built on we're cute together.